In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to part out a Lego set from Bricklink. Before you start, I'd recommend a few things. First off, you need a Lego set, of course. I like to get multiples of 3. You also need some sort of storage method. I like to use the drawers, as you can see, and I just number them so I can tell what piece is in what drawer. One of these trays, so you can part out on the tray and none of the pieces slide off onto the floor and you lose a piece. Also, this is optional, is these clear plastic cups, just so you can see clearly what piece is in here. Anyway, let's get into parting out a set. So the set we'll be parting out today is the 77012 Fighter Plane Chase. This is one of the new Indiana Jones sets. Comes with 3 figs, a cool looking plane, and this pretty sweet looking Jeep thing. So the first thing you want to do is obviously open up the Lego boxes. So once everything is out of the boxes, I like to organize everything. So bag 1's here, bag 2's here, bag 3's over there, sticker sheet. Once everything's all sorted, you want to put the stickers and also the instructions down to the side. Next, you're going to want to choose a bag number. Doesn't really matter which one you go to. You can go to 1, 2, 3, doesn't even matter. To start off, we're just going to go and start off with bag 3. Now the most efficient way is to just get all of bag 3 and pour it down into your tray. So once bag 3 is all out on the table, I like to get myself organized with cups. I like to put each lot into their individual cups, or I know people that just use drawers. So if they don't have dividers, they just put one lot into one drawer. Since I have a divider, I can put a different lot in each of these, but I like to use cups because they're a little bit easier to see through because they're obviously clear plastic cups. I like to keep the little bags by themselves, and I do that after I've finished all the larger pieces. A lot means a piece, like an individual piece like this. This is one lot. It is a modified plate, I believe it is. This is also a different lot because they're 2 different pieces. If this was the exact same piece but in green, it would still be 2 different lots. So a lot is a specific piece and a specific color. So for example, these 2 look very similar, but they're different lots. First, I'm gonna get a few more cups out so I can then put the pieces into the cups. So now that I've got all the cups out and some of the small salad dressing cups, these are just for some of the smaller parts that may only have a few quantity, like these. These might only have 3, so they can easily fit in one of these cups instead of taking up a full cup like this. So now what I like to do is, because I'm parting out 3 sets, 3 of the same sets, I like to count in 3s. But say if I part out 6 sets, I would count in 6. So now I pick up 3, put them in a cup. I can see more here, so I count in 3s again. So now there's no more, so there's obviously no more left. But say if I had 2, I'd obviously know there's 1 more because I parted out 3 sets. And if you can't seem to find it at all, you've been looking everywhere, I like to keep a notepad nearby, like this one here, and I like to missing part, the set number, and what part it is. Next, count in 3s again. There's no more, so that should be all done. You want to be careful with these ones because this one's pointed to the left, but for example, this one here is pointed to the right. These are 2 different lots. This is a left one and this is a right one. So you don't want to mix these up, because when someone orders a left one and you accidentally give them a right one, I don't think they'll be too happy about that. So you want to be careful with that. And last time, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't look like there's any more, so that one should be done as well. So right now I'm just going to do a time lapse, and then once I've done, I'll show you how I do the smaller bags. So now each individual lot is in their own cup. So now it's time for us to open these smaller bags, and then after that, repeat with bag number 1 and bag number 2. So I've now opened the little bag. These pieces, as you can see, are normally a lot smaller than some of the other parts. So these salad dressing or even shot cups are very useful. So again, counting in 3s, there I've got 5, so there should be 1 more, 6. Then one more time, these little flames. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In their own little cup. Oops. Like that. Again, I'm going to quickly speed this one up and then get on to the next bags and show you what you do with minifigures. Bag 1 is all done, and each individual lot in their own drawer again. Now it's time to show you what you guys do with minifigures. So with the minifigures, I like to just get all of the torso, legs and head pieces and hair, hats, whatever it is, into their own individual cup. I do this if I'm not familiar with the theme, because Indiana Jones, I haven't had one of those since the original ones came out, so I'm not too familiar with some of these minifigures. Once you upload the inventory to Bricklink, you can see what goes with the minifigure and how to do that, so I leave that to the very end. So again, move all of the small bags to the side and then get started on the bigger bags. So again, I'm going to quickly sort this out and catch up with you guys after. Also to quickly mention, I'm on to the last bag now, and there's these 2x4 bricks. These were also in another bag, so you want to be careful. For example, this piece may have been in another bag before the one you're doing at the moment. So this, as you can see at the back there's more 2x4 bricks, so you want to be careful and scout out just quickly, because you can also always do it when you're at the inventory stage. Okay, this is a different set. But yeah, I finished every single lot. Every lot is in their own cup. And now it is time for us to build these figs. I'm going to hop onto Bricklink because I'm not too knowledgeable on the avatar characters. So I'm going to go on Bricklink and show you what I do with the minifigures. So first you want to search up the set you're playing out into the search field on Bricklink. And then you just want to click on the set. And then over here, item consists of 534 parts, but we want to go down and click on the minifigures bit. And now we just want to go through all of the minifigures and get our cup of minifigure parts and just get out all of the ones that look the same. And then we'll go through this list of each minifigure and put them all together. So this is the first minifigure we are doing. So yeah, we've got all these torso, legs, the tail, the head, and the hair. And we're just going to put this into the Ziploc bag. I don't sell them assembled. I like the buyer to experience assembling the pieces of the minifigure. So I'll show you how I do that. Okay, here we are. As you can see, all the minifigures are not assembled, but just in their own little Ziploc bag. And now I'm going to do that for the rest of these figures. So I'll pick the camera back up once I have finished assembling or putting them in Ziploc bags. So all the minifigures are now put in their own Ziploc bags. All of the parts are there. So now it's time for us to start uploading all the lots to Bricklink. Okay, so I'm on the computer now and I'll be showing you guys step by step on how you actually get to the part out bit. So first you want to go onto Bricklink and then search up your set, and then you just want to press enter or search. Then you want to go over to set and then press your set. After that, it comes up with a bunch of stuff here, but you want to go to my store inventory and then go down to part out. This should be your set number. This is how many sets you're parting out. So for me, it is 3, but if you was parting out 5 sets, 1 set, doesn't really matter. Just how many sets you're parting out, you put on that. Next is the parts and whole minifigures. Parts and whole minifigures means you're selling the whole minifigure as it is. So for me, it would be the whole avatar. But if you clicked parts including minifigure parts, that means you're selling the hair piece, the head piece, the torso, the legs, everything like that separately. I like to do that with some of the unnamed minifigures for like the city sets and stuff like that. But because it's avatar, I just like to do parts and whole minifigs. I include instructions. That's why it's ticked. Some instructions don't really sell that well. If it's a very common set, you probably won't sell the instructions, so I'll just leave that on though. I don't include the box because shipping's a lot, and I also include extra parts. The condition is new, but if you're parting out a used set, you can do used. But for me, it's brand new. For the prices, I like to do last 6 sales average, 6 months sales average, and I just keep it at 2 decimals. I don't need to upload them to the stockroom because that means stockroom basically is kind of like a warehouse. It's not in the store. It's just in a little warehouse bit. If you want to not have it live in your inventory, you can set it to one of the stock rooms. I don't retain items after they've sold because it feels like your inventory just has a bunch of stuff in it. It's kind of cluttered. Retain means once a piece is sold, so when the quantity is 0, it still stays in your store, which can be a little bit annoying. So I just keep that off. Set base tiered pricing just means if you want someone to buy 7 pieces or 6 pieces, they can have 20% off. And you can keep doing that for 9 and 12, oh, not 12, and they can get 50% off or maybe 35% off, just stuff like that. I don't like to do that, but I may do that if a part doesn't sell, and I'll just do it by myself in the inventory part. Next, consolidate. I consolidate, and a lot of people don't consolidate, but I do. So I like to tick the consolidate box. I also like to do new price, new bulk amounts, new sale, and new remarks. And then I also click this consolidate old remarks with new remarks. Sort items by. This doesn't really matter. You can do it by name, color, number of items that are in the set, the quantity, and the category. I just keep it by color, which just means the blacks, the blues will be first, and then down at the bottom will be white, because like alphabetical order. Anyway, once you finish that, you're going to press submit for edit, and that will take you to this screen. So quickly before we get going, if you part out a few sets before, some pieces will come up saying you already have this in your store inventory. So what I like to do is I like to quickly go through this list without putting any remarks on, just getting all these pieces and then putting them to the side. So for example, this bar looking hook bar black piece, here it is here. So I just quickly have to see, it says 9, looks like there's about 9 in there. So I just put these over to the side, and I just keep going down the list. For every part that says you already have this in your inventory, I just put to the side. Okay, so once you have gone through the whole list and you put them aside like this, I just recommend, this is what I normally do, I just like to count all of the ones with the red writing above it. So say there was 20, I count here to see if there was 20, and if there is, then I can proceed. Before you upload these parts to inventory, you need to put them into drawers. So what I like to do is I like to consolidate as much as possible. So I pull this piece into the drawer, and as you can see, there's still a lot more space. So I keep filling the drawers until they're pretty much full on each side. So that side is pretty full. So then I do it on the other side like that. So now it's a pretty full drawer. Instead of just having those yellow pieces and those brownish pieces, so it'd be a bit of a waste of a drawer. Now there's a bunch of space in there. Also, I want to mention, as you can see, I've tried to mix it up a bit to different colors and different types of pieces, so it's easy to identify. Say if someone ordered this piece, I wouldn't get mixed up, say if I had the same type of piece but a different color, just to make it a little bit easier. And also that's why it's so important that you want the lots you already have in your inventory to the side, so you don't mix them in like this, and then when you have to upload them, you have to pick them out and put them to the side. So it's better just put them in the side at the beginning, and then to start to do this, and then eventually to upload. So all the parts are in their drawers now. As you can see, this is what I was trying to tell you guys what I'm doing, just so I can easily look down, pick out the piece I need, but it's not too empty that there could be a bunch of space left. So yeah, just to save up a few drawers, I like to do that. And then the big parts that can't obviously fit in the drawers, I put in the Ziploc bags to then put in the bins. And these are some of the pieces that are going to go in the trays that I have down here. So now I'll show you how to upload all these pieces to Bricklink. Once you're ready to add remarks, you want to skip the ones with the red and just put them to the side like I showed you before. And for these, the ones that don't have red, so you just want to have a look where this piece is in the drawers. And then for example, if it's in drawer number 1, I'm going to go D0001, and then you'll look for the next piece. So this piece is in drawer number 23. You want to keep doing that and filling out every single piece. Once you've finished filling in remarks, you just want to press verify items. So as you can see, this is one of the parts we moved to the side. So you want to grab that, and then as you can see, my remarks, it is in drawer 117. So you're going to grab those pieces, go to drawer number 117 and just pour them in. And you're going to do that for all of them that have this lot will be consolidated into that number. As you can see here, the new parts that you didn't have in the inventory now have remarks. So then once you've gone through, put all the lots you already had into the drawers, you can go down to upload items and then just press upload. At the bottom, it shows you how many parts you're uploading to the inventory and how many different lots. It also shows you the total of how much everything will be, including the parts, the minifigures, instructions, the stickers, all of that. So we are now pretty much done. All I have to do now is put these drawers away. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you guys. If you guys want any other videos you want me to make, just make sure to leave them down in the comment section so I can make them for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much again for watching, and peace.